I am very surprised after, the longevity of his career, surprisingly, how long the Bears kept him. They had so many opportunities to get rid of him.
Well, it's because they signed him to a 5-year contract.
Well, they didn't care. They had Matt Forte behind him. They didn't,
Yeah, he was just...
How was
was
Kaepernick's line with the Niners? It hasn't been good lately, obviously, but how was it?
Well, last year it was 16 touchdowns, 4 interceptions. It's a 4-to-1 ratio. That's incredible.
No, how was his offensive line?
Oh,
not very good.
Not very good.
Oh, yeah. I thought you meant stat line. I thought you meant stat line.
That was actually one of the main concerns when Carlos Hyde came out of college and got drafted by the 49ers. I thought Carlos Hyde was going to be a monster, very similar to Ezekiel Elliott. Once he got picked by the 49ers, I was like, well, there goes his career because he's never going to be able to run on that line.
Right.
He did well for fantasy.
He's not
PPR,
doing bad considering
but they're already abandoning him.
Frank Gore was very
the Niners already abandoning him, if you've seen that.
Frank Gore is, I think, an exception to the rule because I don't know of any running backs who are so good at all 3 phases of being a running back. He can run, he can catch, and he's a better blocker than half of the linemen in the league. Maybe not anymore.
For the past decade, you are happy with Frank Gore as your RB2. In fantasy. He is Mr. Consistent.
Up until 3 or 4 years ago, he'd have been my RB1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Low end, but 1 or 2 years here and there, he had very good years, but mostly it was low end RB1.
I understand the fit for Miami specifically with Jay, but this certainly did bring an interesting conversation from Kaepernick and Cutler because the talent is just not. I mean.
Also,
talent and upside are so much higher for Kaepernick than they are with Jay Cutler. Jay Cutler is at best a liability. At best a liability.
Yeah, I still think I would have gone with Cap if I were the Dolphins.
I mean, he can blow a game on offense. There's not a lot of quarterbacks that are able to accomplish that. But Cutler
really because there's at least 3 on the Jets and 2 on the Browns.
For the majority of the league, and not teams actively trying to get to that.
No, the Browns are trying to win.
Well,
they are trying.
That was mainly for the Jets.
The Browns are going to get some sacks this year with Myles Garrett. I don't know what they're going to do on offense, but
hope and pray.
They're hoping
he can get fumble returns for touchdowns.
Yeah, but Colin Kaepernick, like I said, any of those 5 teams that I had mentioned, maybe not the Chargers so much because there's that you're definitely not going to be starting.
Yeah, great idea.
I didn't even think about the Chargers for him, but that was smart way of thinking.
But
I think we'll see him signed at some point. I don't know if I feel like it should be before the offseason is over. Plus, we always know this. It's a fact. Preseason games during this time, people go down. Desperation will be maybe the straw that breaks the camel's back on some of these pompous people who, he didn't stand, I'm refusing to sign him.
The smart thing to do would be for one of these teams to sign him to a low contract.
You'd hope, but
and then when someone
demanding.
Get at the lowest he will go, and then when someone gets hurt, flip him like Sam Bradford.
So I'm with you on that. That's just a good business decision.
Which is like what I hope the Knicks are doing with Michael Beasley.
Oh my god! I saw that today. I was
like, are they trying to send him to the Cavaliers? Is that their thinking? Because if so, that's great.
I don't know.
But we'll talk about the Knicks some other time. We got to move on because we still have the whole Pac-12 to talk about.
Yeah, let's try to rip through the Pac-12.
Really quickly, though, we have our Lonzo Ball 2017-2018 NBA MVP watch update.
F-word.
In order to be an MVP, you have to be a master of cross-brand promotion. Lonzo Ball has mastered cross-brand promotion. Like the MVP trophy that will be appearing in the Staples Center, so did WWE. Now, this was a while back, but we're going to talk about it again. Lonzo Ball walked down that ramp to the WWE ring to a standing ovation from his soon-to-be fans who were in attendance. It was an MVP experience for your 2017 NBA MVP. And that, my friends, is your Lonzo Ball 2017-2018 NBA MVP watch update.
I kind of hope he breaks his leg so he can stop talking about it.
Even with a broken leg, he will be the MVP.
Oh, God.
So
what's going on in the West Coast that actually matters, like college football?
Well, really quickly before we get to the Pac-12.
Oh, no.
No, this is something we discussed that we were going to do a while back.
Breakdown of the top 25.
Yep.
Ball's college football. Not anything more to do with anybody named Ball.
Well, I mean, there might be someone named Ball on the teams. I don't know.
Don't care about
But
that.
I have...
The chosen one.
Yeah, he's the chosen one. He was the prince of the promise.
I have the actual top 25 versus my projected top 25. No surprise, Alabama number 1. Big surprise, the coaches have Ohio State number 2.
Swish.
I don't know how they got them to number 2.
Talent.
No. I had USC.
We had the number 2 recruiting class in the country.
Congratulations, you have a bunch of freshmen.
Did you make it to the college football playoff?
You should have. You didn't win your conference. Blocked field goal. Blocked field goals.
Okay.
Anyways.
You won on a blocked field goal.
Anyways.
Welcome to the horseshoe this year.
More disrespect for USC. They have Florida State ahead of them.
I disagree with that.
Crazy. I have number 1, Alabama, number 2, USC, number 3, Penn State. I have Ohio State number 4. Anything that's, 3 or 4 spots difference, I don't consider that to be too bad.
Yeah, I'm waiting for the one that's coming up later. Go ahead, keep going. Go through your list.
You know about Oklahoma State? 4 spot difference.
Okay.
Told you. 4 spots ain't,
4 spots
ain't no
in
big
which way?
thing. 4 spots down.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't matter.
Not in the top 10 anymore, right?
11. Close.
Okay. Still not in the top 10.
They have Texas in the top 25. That's how you know this is wrong.
Listen, I know that's... Look good. They also have Utah in the top 25.
Utah was a good team last year.
They're not going to be this year.
Probably not.
I have them with a very poor record on here.
So Alabama, Ohio State, Florida State, USC, Clemson as the top 5. How Clemson's in the top 5? Beyond me. Whatever.
Just getting recognition for last year. I feel like that's just a pat on the back.
Yep.
Penn State, Washington, Oklahoma, Michigan, Wisconsin. How Michigan's in the top 10? I don't know. Oklahoma State at number 11, LSU, Auburn, Stanford, Georgia. 16, Florida, Louisville, Miami, Kansas State, West Virginia. And then 21, South Florida, Virginia Tech, Texas, Tennessee, Utah. Notable things I want to point out from this. Dropped from the rankings, Colorado. I mean, they lost Sifo Lufau, so I guess I understand that. Western Michigan, I think we all assumed. And then San Diego State, who I had in the top 25, receiving votes, whatever. And the big question I have is, did you look at the quote-unquote others receiving votes? Because I looked at it.
No, I didn't.
Some idiots voted for Syracuse, for Arizona, for Maryland, for Michigan State.
If you say Rutgers, I'm throwing that out.
No, not Rutgers.
They're terrible.
Let's see, the others receiving votes. Washington State, I agree with. I think they should be ranked. Colorado, I have ranked. TCU, Boise State, Notre Dame. Notre Dame was awful. Boise State's in the others receiving.
Going to get a vote.
Texas A&M, Pitt, NC State, Oregon. 4-8 Oregon.
I have Oregon.
They're not going to be 4-8. They're going to be 5-7.
Northwestern, Nebraska, Arkansas, Memphis, Mississippi State, San Diego State, Appalachian State, which I told you, Appalachian State, I had as my potential number 30. Remember? And you tore me apart. They received votes. Appalachian State. Because I went with Miami at number 30 over Appalachian State. But, so that top 25, not too much disagreement, except I think...
No, there's some jumbling at the top.
I mean, Temple should be in the top 25.
It's a crapshoot anyway.
I mean, it is what it is. This is all preseason. Like, with Clemson being ranked where they were, that's a congratulations, you won your national title. Expect Clemson to take a stumble down that list.
Yeah.
Because they're not going to have the year they had last year. They lost too much talent to be that good. Repeating, you have to be
especially a quarterback.
Oh well, that's the hugest thing. Like quarterbacks are so hard to replace in the NCAA, especially in systems. you have to almost be breeding this guy as a freshman. Like, hang on, you're going to get a chance to play. Ready? Go!
Right. So before we get into the records, I have a couple people to keep an eye on. Players from the Pac-12. Philip Lindsay, running back from Colorado.
Agree with you. I
Great.
like him a lot.
Downhill runner, runs north to south, avoids all that east-west. Great blocker, very patient, good at finding holes. Probably the most underrated running back in college football. Complete workhorse.
Yes.
Can receive, can catch, can block. Very good at tackling because Sifo Lufau threw a bunch of interceptions, I guess. The bad things, he's fast enough, but he's not too fast. He doesn't have very much imagination. If the play is to run off center, he's going to run it off center. He's not going to bounce it.
Ron Dane.
Right. Terrell Davis. Same thing.
Terrell Davis, yeah.
He embraces contact in a bad way.
Yeah.
He looks to get hit, it seems. Oregon running back Royce Freeman.
I have him.
Love him.
Patient. He hits the holes hard and he explodes. He uses his cuts brilliantly. Man is shifty. His hips are square. Always. His upper body
always facing that.
Yeah. Always. His hips are always facing the end zone, which is what you want. Mm-hmm. He can push through the line. He follows blocks well. He's got good hands, and he's very hard to bring down. He is very fast when he hits his stride. He's not fast getting to stride.
It takes a second to get the acceleration.
It's like a train.
He slows down at contact. He doesn't keep moving. He tries to when he gets hit, he tries to push with his upper body. Whereas what you're taught for the most part is keep your feet moving. Yeah, he doesn't do that so well. Blocking, he needs some work on blocking.
Clemson got 7 first-place votes?
Yeah.
That's insane.
That's asinine.
Yep. All right. Luke Falk, quarterback, Washington State. One of my favorites.
Real deal.
He's patient. He's accurate. He's poised. Always looking downfield. He's willing to take hits, stepping into a throw. Not like Jake Locker did, looking to hit people. He's very good at making reads. His progression is very natural. And he's really good at throwing on the run. The bad things about him, he tries making throws that he shouldn't. And he's a bit rough when it comes to his movements, but that's all fixable. So I think he's going to be a top 10 draft pick easily. Jake Browning, the good about him, very strong arm. He's patient. He's got great pocket awareness. He knows who's around him. And
what Pac-12 record doesn't he own? Because whatever he doesn't own, he's going to own by the end of this year.
Right. He's decently deceptive on play fakes, which is something that not a lot of people are good at anymore. He's very intelligent, and you can tell. He's got really good anticipation. He knows where his receivers are supposed to be when they're supposed to be there. So that's good for an NFL-style quarterback. He makes really good decisions. He's consistent, makes smart throws. And the biggest thing that I have circled and starred for him, he will not be the reason that your team loses. Mm-hmm. He's the only quarterback that I've addressed in here that I can confidently say if your team loses, it's not because of him. The bad, he crosses his legs a lot on dropbacks, like really weird crosses. That's bad, especially when you get to a faster pace in the NFL.
Yeah, he's going to get tackled. And
he's not going to be able to. Hurt. Yeah, so if you cross your legs, you're not going to be able to cut and change direction very easily. And NFL players are faster. That's why they're there. So that's going to be a problem for him. He puts too much air under his balls.
So we're not doing phrasing anymore.
He puts too much air under his throws. If you've ever seen, he throws up at the sky.
He's just in the bathroom with the air dryer and his pants down, and he's just airing those things out.
Yeah. His receivers make him look more accurate than he is because they're so fast. They can get to anywhere on the field. Well, not anymore. John Ross is gone, but if his throw is not accurate, that's fine because John Ross can go up and get it. But the biggest issue I have with him is he's too confident to a point where he's cocky.
And he'll be in for a wake-up call in the NFL.
Yep. Josh Rosen, strong arm, good at selling play fake, great anticipation. He's a decent runner, confident in the pocket, and makes difficult throws.
Currently on Mel Kiper's number 7.
Yep.